Welcome back to day 3 of 30 Days of Inspiration. Hope you're enjoying them. Once again, take a look at my beautiful city of Efrat. We are located just south of the holy city of Jerusalem. And let's keep up the intensity, folks. Let's keep watching, enjoy, and let's roll right into it with the music of Shlomo Katz. Back in the 1990s, I was a teacher at a school called Ramaz when the movie Schindler's List came out. The movie Schindler's List details the life of Oskar Schindler during the years of World War II, when he was a war profiteer, a womanizer, and yet he turned his life around and became a great savior of the Jewish people during the war and saved over 1,000 Jews from the Nazi death camps. At the end of the film, there's a scene where Oskar Schindler, realizing he needs to escape because after all he was part of the Nazi party, is surrounded by hundreds of those of whom he saved. And they presented him with a gift, and one of the survivors come over to him and gives him a ring, and he tells Oskar that what's written on the ring is that those who save one life, they have saved an entire world. Now, where does this sentiment come from? It comes from the Talmud that asks a question of why was Adam created alone? In other words, when God created the world, he could have created multiple human beings. So why does God create Adam alone? It was to teach us that one person has the ability to create an entire world. That one person's actions have enormous consequences. Unfortunately, we live in a world today where so many people feel that they don't count. They're one of billions. And what does my opinion, what does what I do actually matter in this world? Well, the Jewish tradition teaches us that it is exactly the opposite, that one person makes an enormous difference. One act that I do has the ability to change perhaps even the entire world. The Talmud tells a story about a man named Elazar ben Dordai, who was not a very righteous man. He spent his life traveling the world to visit every prostitute possible. And he heard about a woman from a faraway land that would accept only a large sum of money for her services. He hired a boat and a staff, and he traveled all the way out there. And finally, when he meets her, and he's about to consummate the act, she looks at him and says, all things in this world will pass, even you, Elazar ben Dordai. And at that moment, he has enormous regret for his life. The Talmud says he goes to a valley and he begins to cry and to weep, and he's so broken. He turns to the natural elements, the sun, the moon, the stars. He asks for help, and they as if respond. They cannot help him. They have their own problems. And he finally says, I realize that everything depends on me, that I can't turn to others. I need to realize that I have to own and take responsibility for my life, that one person, your life, has enormous consequence. One person can do an enormous amount in this world. And so during this month of Elul, it's important to realize that we have to look at our lives and say, what are the kinds of things? Where can I make a difference? I'm not just one of billions. I am a unique individual that God created me at this moment in time with these particular skill sets that nobody else in this world has. There is something unique and special about me, something that I personally need to achieve. And I want to leave you with this assignment. I want you to consider over the past year, or maybe your past 10 or 20 years of your life, about one thing that you did that made an enormous difference. And think about what is something you can do that can make an enormous difference. So I'll give you an example from my own life. It was only maybe 2 weeks ago where I had this idea to send out these videos. And now we have over 100 people listening to these messages and hopefully finding inspiration. So one small idea I had that I can actualize can make an enormous difference. And this is what Elul is about. It's focusing. It's writing down what I need to work on and staying focused and considering what path is going to lead me there and realizing that I possess enormous power. Have a great day. This is Rabbi Moshe Rothschild, once again wishing you a great day, going out with the sounds of Rabbi Shlomo Katz, and hope you enjoyed the message. Of course, I always look forward to your feedback. Have a wonderful day. Looking forward to day 4 tomorrow.